Good luck.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Greg Felter, and as of last week, I'm a graduate of the Douglas MacArthur High School class of 2020. This fall, I will be attending Baylor University as a third-generation Bear. I'll be majoring in music education. I have been attending St. Thomas as long as I can remember, since my parents joined when I was barely a year old. I was baptized by Father Chuck shortly thereafter. Then again, I was confirmed in 8th grade, and I've been an acolyte since 4th grade, earning my senior acolyte robe when I was 15. Some of my favorite memories from church are the times I spent with the youth group, some from middle school to now. In fact, right now I should be in Belize on the youth group mission trip, but I digress. I also attended Camp Capers from 3rd grade through 10th grade, which I always look forward to every summer. I'm so grateful for the spiritual foundation St. Thomas has given me, especially now I'm taking my first Baylor classes, Christian Scriptures and Christian Heritage, online this summer. Some of you already know this, but I'm a percussionist, and that's my passion. I joined Kruger Middle School Band in 6th grade, thinking I might be okay since I was good at rock band. Little did I know how it would change my life. After joining the MacArthur Marching Band, it didn't take long for me to realize that this is what I was supposed to do for the rest of my life. I practiced and practiced until I could be the best I could be. My sophomore year, I ventured out of the school and joined an independent percussion group called Violet Crown. VC consists of members from diverse backgrounds with one common thing: our love for percussion. The indoor percussion competitive season runs from February through April, ending at WGI Finals in Dayton, Ohio. Needless to say, our season was cut short. This year, our show was called Profile, and of all the years it needed to be seen, it was this year. Using the words of our director, Profile highlighted the injustices minorities have faced throughout history. We sought to be a small part of the fight against racism, discrimination, and prejudice. But we had no idea how timely our show would have been today. I like to think that those who are able to see at least part of our show, that they were able to examine their own feelings about racism and profiling and make changes for the better if they needed to. This was obviously such a strange year for me to be a senior. Everything was going according to plan until the middle of our spring break band trip to New York and Washington, D.C. Looking back, we were so lucky to be still be able to go on that trip. It seems like we were always one step ahead of everything closing down to COVID. On Wednesday of that week, my friends and I learned that there would be no more indoor percussion season, and we were devastated. After intensive practices every weekend during December, it was over, just done. The members of VC that were on that trip, plus our director, kind of formed our own new group and went and did our own thing. Well, we said, at least we can go to prom now. When we got home, there was no plan, just that spring break was extended another week. I was able to catch up on some sleep and get ready for temporary distance learning. We would eventually be able to go back and finish up our senior year as planned, right? Wrong. Prom was canceled, distance learning was extended. Okay, maybe I'll be able to go to the band banquet. Wrong again. Finally, when NEISD decided that distance learning was going to extend until the end of the year, my friends and I knew that was it. There would be no traditional graduation ceremony. That's when I really started to get bummed out. So much was taken from us already, and now we can't even celebrate the end of our high school careers together. Besides those events that were taken away from us, what I really missed was being able to hang out with my friends every day at school. I miss walking the halls and talking to my teachers. I miss practicing on the marimba. I missed people in general. While the majority of our major senior events were canceled, we did get closure on a senior year with a virtual ceremony, a huge senior parade through the MacArthur neighborhood, and an opportunity to cross the stage individually to receive our diplomas. All in all, given the circumstances, it was pretty nice. One thing's for sure, no one will forget the class of 2020. Along with everything being canceled around me, things at Baylor were starting to get canceled too, which was a little unsettling. I wasn't going to get to have the traditional orientation and line camp experience that everyone was supposed to get at Baylor. Was I even going to be able to go to class in the fall, or was I going to be online too? And oh my gosh, what about football games? When am I supposed to march? Luckily, these past few weeks, that has all come together. Baylor's new student programs has developed an online orientation, and I meet with my advisor on Zoom next week. Drumline auditions will be submitted electronically. Finally, Baylor announced that move-in week will continue as planned during mid-August, but with a little modification to spread it out. It was going to be okay. I'm going to be able to start my life as a Baylor Bear. What I've tried to remember during this time of uncertainty was that everything going on is all a part of God's plan. The cancellations, the quarantine, the shortage of toilet paper, He knew all about it. We aren't the ones in control, so there's no sense in worrying about any of it. He's got this. The last sentence of our gospel reading today sums this up perfectly. And remember, I am always with you to the end of age. As I continue on my journey at Baylor and beyond, I know that God is on my side no matter what. And as long as I keep my faith, I know that I will be successful in whatever I do, because He has it all planned out for me. Thank you for listening. Sic 'em Bears.